Conan. What's good? Unborn, Ray. Hey, Kyle. I'm guessing that's you. How was work? Did we get through it okay? You know what? Bear with me. We're gonna try something real quick. Because I found a bunch of just the default Canon LUTs. And I'm gonna see if one of these LUTs is more accurate. I should go over here though. This is how it looks outside, but yeah, this is actual footage of I wish. I wish. It does not look like this. Yeah, much snow, dude. We have like none. Like a very, very small amount. It's just kind of on the curbs, you know? Just cold for the most part. All right, try one. Let's look through these LUTs. There's so many frickin' LUTs in this Canon package. So maybe we just need the right one. Right now we're on BT709, Canon log to BT709. But maybe, God damn it, I don't know. Is that what we're in? BT709, Canon log to BT709. Let's try this one. Is this more accurate? Whoa, kind of? Wait, I think so. That's how it looked in South Carolina all day. Even got the day off and delayed reporting time tomorrow too. Nice. Wait, sorry, that just went straight over my head. South Carolina has that much snow? Okay, also really quick. Look at the color of the board here, which I think is at least better than it was. Okay, now look at the color of the board here. No, it's still more accurate in the face cam. Here. Here. Still more blue here. All right, let's try another Canon LUT. There's just too many of them. There's like way too many for me to figure out. Shit, which one was that? I think that was this one. So let's try Cinema Gamut BT709. Let's try this one. Oh. Undo. Let's try this one. No, that ain't it either. What's up, Secret Myth? We're trying to figure out Canon cameras right now. It just makes no sense. There's no... This one? No, that ain't it either. That's the first one we did. And it's not terrible, but it is too blue. That's not it. We'll try two more, and if we don't get it, it's a problem for another day. Nope. Closer. So that's this one. Let me try this one quick. Further. What's up, cousin? All right, you know what? This is pretty darn close. Maybe now I change the color temperature a little bit. No, now my hands are orange as fuck. Okay, acceptable middle ground. I feel like that's way closer now. One more time. Humor me. Are we getting better or are we just getting worse? Might just be getting worse. God damn it. That new camera just needs to get here, man. This Canon life is not for me. Let's see. So I think this one This one, no, not that again. This one we said was the closest. But now the color temperature is just way too warm, so we gotta change that back. And now you know what we do? Now we just build a frickin' keyboard, because that's what we're here to do, okay? No more of this color shit. Let's build a keyboard. I've been using this board completely Bluetooth. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice not having a wire. Okay, today, very exciting. Seis Cero. Here we go. Daji board. This is the first time I think I've ever built a Daji board. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so though. Believe this is the one. PCB. Oh, she just set that aside for a second. 6-0. This envelope has got all of our smaller parts, but we'll keep going so we can get to the board. Two plates, looks like a FR4 plate and an aluminum plate. We're gonna build with the aluminum plate. This is a client build today, by the way. Is this brand new? It's a good question. Is this brand new, Kyle? It looks pretty darn new. Artisan we're gonna put on. I'll have to look up who the AZI, is it AZI? I feel like I've seen this sculpt before, but I can't remember the name of the artisan maker. Cool artisan though, we'll be putting that on. Ryan, what's good? How's your day? My day is solid. It's always a good day when you're building a keyboard, you know? Always a good day. How was your day? It is brand new. That's pretty sweet. Okay, I'm gonna open it from this side. Just more extra careful. Look at that color. Okay, actually this color though, kind of coming through pretty darn good color-wise. Actually, same with this purple envelope. For some reason, the Canon's just struggling with this board. That's interesting, because this is pretty darn close, from what I can tell. I'm obviously not the perfect color guy with my condition, but oh my god, this color is so good. There's something so simple about the badges that Juan uses here too. It's so good. My day's been not too bad. Worked on homework, but that's about it. Homework for what class? I'm gonna put the feet on right away so I can set it to the side without worrying about that. Let's get that done. What's up, Beast Mode? Dude, the color is so good. Daji Keyboards. I'm thinking before I say it. I think they've got the best colors. I think they got the best colors. Between this and the seafoam color and what else? The pink. What about DNWorks? DNWorks is great too, man, but personal preference, I really like the Daji colors. All right, here's our feet. Put those on quick. Man, but how is everyone else? It's pretty much cold across the country, right? I see all these videos and pictures of people in Texas right now building snowmen and such. It's pretty crazy. Does it look like a peachy color in person? Conan, the camera, for whatever reason, is actually doing a pretty darn good job with this color. It struggles with the teal on the Neo Ergo, but it's doing pretty well here. Except for the place on fire tree, that's a good catch there. It's cold everywhere except where it can maybe be a little bit colder. Yes, dude, I'm from Houston. The snow was insane yesterday. So in my new job, I work with a couple people that are down there in Houston, and they were talking about their kids going outside to play in the snow and stuff. And then what, Justin? It's supposed to get really just hot again next week in Houston, I think, right? It just goes right back up. Are you going to tune in for the 500C extras drop? I don't know if I'll grab a unit, though I did really, really like that board. I'm just not really. I need to take a little break, I think, from buying boards. Just for a little while. We'll be back, I'm sure. I'm gonna set this right here so we can still see that beautiful color. So did this board go Sky Linnet's house first, then yours, or how did that artisan sneak in there? So this is a client build, a local client. He's right here in the chat too. Kids in Florida were using socks and oven mitts to play in the snow. Right, that's what's crazy too, is like none of these kids are prepared for snow. Nobody's got sleds, nobody's got the proper tools to actually go enjoy the snow. We got to send some Minnesota representatives down there to teach them. Got to teach them how to have fun in the snow. Me too, cousin. Me too. Which layout is this board? Do you mean like it's a 60% and it's wind keyless? Does that help? Here's the PCB. It is an Otis Engineering PCB. I don't own a Daji keyboard yet, but I do own an Otis Engineering PCB for my Unicorn, and I really, really like that PCB. Feels very, very industrial almost. It's like a very thick, nice feeling PCB. Not that it's any more thick than just a typical PCB. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels solid in quality. I really like that. Some things to point out, I guess, on the PCB. So there's a switch. This PCB is actually Bluetooth compatible. And you could order a battery separately. We don't have the battery today, so we won't be trying out the Bluetooth mode. Even though I'm kind of a Bluetooth fanboy now. But I did go ahead and solder in this switch. Focus, please. Camera doesn't like to focus on black. Anyways, so this switch right here is controls the Bluetooth, turns it off and on. Hopefully it's in the off position right now. Flyback, what's up? What's up, my goat? So I already went ahead and soldered that in. Yeah. It's about it on the PCB, I think. What else is worth mentioning? This PCB does use an MCU. So there'll be another little controller that we'll put in right here and it'll screw in. I couldn't tell you why. I couldn't tell you the benefits of using an MCU. Maybe someone like Flybeck could help us understand the benefits of using an MCU on a PCB. But then we also have, so this would be the connector for the battery if we had it. And then this will just be the connector for our JST cable that'll go to the daughter board. What boards have you bought recently? Ren, I haven't even bought a board recently. I'm kind of on a streak of, I don't know. It's not that I'm avoiding buying keyboards. I'm just kind of spending money elsewhere right now, if that makes sense. So it's gonna look at one more thing. So it's cold, it's snowing. What else? That's about it, huh? What boards have you bought recently? I already answered that. Every PCB should have an MCU, I'm pretty sure. It's like the CPU for a computer. Sorry, I should have been more specific, Flyback. An MCU that is detachable. Or an MCU that is separate from, it's not built into the PCB. So for example, here we've got, here's the MCU for this board. It's a separate piece that we'll put in. I've seen it before on like matrix boards, older matrix boards, like the 2.0 will have the separate MCU. Yeah. Do you think you've reached endgame with the unicorn? I don't know if I've reached endgame with the unicorn. I kind of have my complaints about the unicorn. That said, I don't ever really feel like Here's something to think about, y'all. Actually, first of all, I believe I need to take off the ends of this PCB. Yes. Unicorn sits too low for me. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why one person's particular endgame keyboard might not be another's. But I was going to say, at least for myself, I don't really need to buy any more keyboards, you know? Like if I didn't buy any more keyboards, I'd still have plenty of keyboards to use for the rest of my life, most likely. At this point, when I buy keyboards, it's like, I don't know, I'm like really moved or something, or in the moment I was maybe a little, I don't know, a little quick with my money. I don't know, I'm just trying to be more thoughtful about my purchases in general and make sure that when I'm buying things, it's like, I don't know, what is the value to me at this point. And in some ways, especially when I'm buying cameras or other gear, it's like, it's kind of weird, but my mindset nowadays when I'm buying cameras is how is this gonna pay itself back? Or like, how is this gonna help me make content, help further my content? I'm just trying to change my mindset a little bit here when it comes to purchasing things. Biggest gripe with the corn for you? Dude, I can't get the spacebar to not tick. I am convinced that it's not the stabs at this point. It has to be the unicorn itself, or the plate, or something. I've tried so many different types of stabs. I don't know. What cam do you shoot with? What cam do I shoot with? Usually I shoot with a Sony face cam and a Sony top down. But I am in between Sony cameras right now for the top down. So we are using my girlfriend's Canon. PCB warp, GMK bars. I don't know if even those, like I've switched so many times. I'm gonna build it again soon. I'm gonna do cherry clip-ins with the Geon balanced wire, and maybe that time we'll finally be able to figure out that spacebar. But I just have the worst luck with it. I bought my unicorn secondhand, and I got a pretty decent, I didn't get retail, but I got like a pretty decent deal, at least at the time that I bought it. It was going for quite a bit more than what I bought it for. But the gray isn't my favorite color, unicorn. I really wish my unicorn was silver. If it was a silver unicorn, I would be more inclined to call it my endgame board. But right now it's just kind of another board. That forest green corn is so sexy. The green is cool too. I still don't think that's my ideal unicorn color. I'm pretty sure it's silver. The more I've really thought about this, and I think a silver unicorn would be my favorite. I might like the Berlin blue even better than the gray or the green. They're all pretty good. It's just preference, you know. I'm trading for a silver corn next week or so, actually. What round was the silver corn in again? Was that round? Was it round 1? Or like round 1.2 or whatever? I haven't built with TXAP in a while now. Actually, I'm already buying feet for it to make it taller. I thought it was round one. What should we listen to? Should we listen to my Rocket League inspired playlist? Not inspired. This is what I listen to while I play Rocket League. For the insiders. Frosty, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Dude, I hope you're well. Thank you for the sub. Can I admit something? Knockdown, hello again. What's up? Just straight up hype music. Anything greater than 8 degrees for typing is ideal. You'd probably like a Seis Cero then. How much boards do you have in your collection currently? It depends if you include like some review units that I've been gifted in the past just to check out. Actually, a lot of those, some of those review units, especially more of the entry-level ones, I'd like to do some giveaways in the near future. I've never done like a subathon thing before. I feel a little bit, I have some serious imposter syndrome when it comes to doing something like a subathon. So I don't know if I would give away the boards in that way or if we would just do Instagram giveaways or something, but if you include those, I don't know, like 15-ish maybe. I think the Vandal is 8 with 17.5-ish front height. Ooh, that sounds nice. I like those stats. I'm gonna say 15-ish, Ryan. More than 10, less than 20, I believe. I'd like to get it smaller. Looks freaking nice. It does look nice. So many nice boards coming out. I asked it in the Discord, but I'll ask it again here. What projects are you guys most excited about, keyboard-wise, in 2025? Like rumors or confirmed things. What are you looking forward to? I'm curious about the designer that did Phantom. They're working on something new. Think it might go crazy. Wait, what's Phantom again, Flyback? Tyler, have you ever tried the 500C? No, I haven't. I have not. I would like to, though. The larva and the synovia. Okay, are you already in on the larva? And are you in the right vendor for the larva? Waiting on the full copper orbit. Oh yeah, I remember that one. And the Void 65. Dope. GMK Phantom. I don't remember this set. I don't remember this one. If I remember correctly, like the purple with the cream yellowish alphas. No, I can't picture it. I'm not looking forward for something specific, but usually looking around for something interesting catches my attention. I like that, Conan. I respect that. You're always ready for something cool. Did you see Alex and Bull are coming out with the Manta? I haven't seen the board. I don't remember where I saw it, but I remember Alex teasing something. Are there pictures? Oh, hey. I'm going to try to score a 500C. All right, good luck, Ryan. What color? I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah, pics are up. Send a link. Send a link. I missed the larva and I missed the synovia, but I'm ready for when the next buy-in once it opens up. Are they opening it up? There's another period for the larva. I missed out on the orbit and the FOMO is kicking in hard. There always will be another board. I promise you. I promise you. That might be the biggest thing I've learned in keyboards. Truthfully. I don't get upset anymore if I don't hit a raffle. If I don't have the funds to purchase a board at a particular moment. We have an absolute abundance of cool projects right now in this hobby. An embarrassment of riches right now. There's always another cool project coming around. I was really hyped for the orbit round 2, but decided to pass when I saw the way the caps sat above the sides curve of the board. Oh, interesting. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but it sounds annoying. Silver, black, green. I don't know what colors there will be. But if I do, it's going straight to you, Ryan. You know I'll build it. We'll build that thing so good. I appreciate you guys so much. Anyone that's ever sent me a board, like, I hope you know how much extra little detail, time, and attention I put into the client builds on stream, but also off stream. I'll usually, dude, sometimes I end up taking a whole keyboard apart again for a client build. I often do because I really like cleaning the PCBs. And on stream, there's just not a lot of time to properly clean and wipe down the PCBs. So I usually completely unbuild the board, clean the PCBs, make sure everything looks nice and shiny. Then we pack it back up. I swear a bug just hit me in the face. We'll have to go to the tapes, see if we saw a bug on the VOD. I'm pretty sure a bug just hit me. Either that or I'm not okay. Jay from Prototypist is redeeming Lube's End and they're making 20 more units. Oh, okay. I missed that update. Honestly, now that I've missed the orbit, I'm thinking of picking up a 500C, but also contemplating of paying for a Kohaku on Mech Market. Hey, the aftermarket is always going to be a little rough on the wallet, but if you really want a keyboard and you financially can make that purchase and not get yourself in a bad place, then do what makes you happy. Do it. They said a little high, right? Is that what you're referring to? Having a hard time locating the Manta pics. I haven't seen them, so I didn't even know they existed. Oh, Beast Mode, got it. One One sec. Let me share this screen. Ba-doop. Oh, so this is... I love this song. Funny thing, I didn't know about it until I heard it in Rocket League. Conan, same. Same. This whole album is actually so good. I think it was on my Apple Music Wrapped this year. I listened to this album so much. Okay, so this is the Manta. 65, I guess that makes sense. I think Alex really likes 65s. That makes sense. What a save. Stop. You're giving me PTSD. Prototypes ordered. Manta's project designed by Bowl Keyboards and myself. We wanted to create something that pays. Am I going to read this whole thing? Hold on. Let me see how long it is before I start reading. Let's skim. Let's do some skimming. Designed by Bowl Keyboards and myself. Wanting to stand out. One idea that stood out was propping the keyboard up on copper or brass pillars. Is this the only picture we have? Because from the top view, I mean, it kind of just looks like keyboard. I need more pictures. Down here? Oh, sorry. Patience, Tyler. Patience. Or renders, rather. Yes, they're renders. That's what I needed, though. Okay, so this reminds me a lot of the archetype board, right? Oh, but with bowls. Oh, wait, this is going to be nice. If it's similar to bowls, other, you know, like patinaed weights and stuff, if those are offered, that could be very nice. Started off using a ball catch system. Opening and closing felt very violent in nature. I love that. Gradient for me, it does look like the gradient to the yeah, JJW. I want to say JJK for some reason. It's not Jujutsu Kaisen. Placement of the USB is so cool. Placement of the USB. Oh, down here, like inside that bottom piece. That is nice. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna read all of this more for sure, especially bowl section. It's looking pretty good. I am not the biggest 65% guy, but that's just a me thing. It's interesting too how rounded the corners are. The PC is going to be really nice. All right, something to look forward to there as well. That's cool. I'm getting major hand engineering vibes from it. Really? I think I most think of that archetype board. I don't know why. But also the gradient was a good call out too by Flyback. Looks a lot like the gradient. We are going to try just 205 on the TX8P stabs here. I've had decent luck using a really, really thin layer of BDZ on TX8P wires. I actually usually use BDZ on the wires if I'm shipping the board back to a client. even if it's TXAP stabs, just because it seems to last a little bit better in shipping for whatever reason. So we'll try this. I go back and forth between wanting super bold designs, but also stupid, sleek, and simple. I think I'm always going to be a sleek and simple guy, Flyback. And every time I think I'm not, I see Gion post a board. Like that, the F140 that Gion has been teasing on Instagram. That board looks so good. And I just love the Gion design language. Dude, no? What do you mean no? BDZ on TX is good? Yeah, I think it's fine. You just got to be careful. It does look sick, I won't lie, but it's a 40. Dude, 40s will always have my heart. My first ever mechanical keyboard was a 40%. And 40% will always have my heart. It is a terrible layout. Practically. But aesthetically, it is my favorite layout. And if he did release an F140, I would buy it. I would buy it 100%. Ori, hello again. Just got out of work. How's it going so far? We just kind of started on stabs, so. We're talking about keyboard projects we're excited for in 2025. What are you excited about? Same, I had the FMJ 40. Yeah, 40. If I had a 40, I'd spend majority of my time striking keys that aren't even there. There's a little bit of that. But like anything, you use it enough, I promise you, you'll get used to it. You will figure it out. More Tyler streams. You're actually getting quite a bit of them. This is more builds than I thought I was going to have to start the year. And I'm really enjoying streaming, and I'm really enjoying building these boards right now. So I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm looking forward to building my backlog finally, now that I'm starting to settle into my new job and I don't feel so depleted at the end of the day. Oh. I'm glad you're settling in, Ori. I totally get that. What's in the backlog? What are you going to build first? I'm heading to bed. Have a good night. All right, Beast Mode. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon. Sleep tight. I wonder if I'll play Rocket League tonight. Onion, hello. Welcome in. How's your day going? It's going good. I took the Mina slow nap and now I'm watching Don Don, actually liking it. Don Don's pretty good. Mostly there for the song, you know? Mostly there for the intro. Did I take out the right number of stabs? We got spacebar, we're doing left shift, backspace, enter. Okay. William, thanks for the follow. How's your night going? Just done gymming. I gymmed right before this. Oh, I was gonna say this earlier. Remember when I said, can I admit something? This is what I wanted to admit. There is nothing that gets me less hyped up when I'm on my way to the gym and I'm trying to lock in, right? Like I'm getting the car hot because it's cold as hell. I'm playing music, trying to get in the right headspace to go to the gym and work out. And then I walk into the gym and I scan my pass and I go into the locker room. And when the first thing that I see is just an old man, just butt-ass naked, who doesn't care at all about being naked in front of other people, all of my momentum, everything that I've built up in that whole car ride, getting into that headspace, just gone. I just don't even want to work out anymore. That is my least favorite part of the gym. I hate that. Like, just why are you so comfortable with it? Just put a towel on. Is that going to be me someday? Is that just something that happens with age? Planet Fitness Core? What gym isn't it? Tell me which gym they're not doing that at, and I will go to that gym. Because I've seen it at Lifetime. I've seen it at the YMCA. LA Fitness. Where do they not have the naked old men in the locker rooms? I don't even go in the locker room. I go dressed up already. See, I would, but I don't like having my keys like sitting by whatever equipment I'm using. So I always got to put my keys in a locker. And then in the winter right now, I can't go to the gym in shorts. And I can't wear a tank top or whatever I'm working out into the gym because it's way too cold. I'm in a college town, so everyone is mostly clothed. Thank God. Good for you. In some countries, I guess some people are okay being nudes, or maybe someplace too, since you were describing it. Specifically in the locker room, Sagiri. Specifically in the locker room. It's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. Like, if that's the case, like, what is your headspace? Like, it's not even an adult-only locker room. How is it okay? How is it? Why are there not rules around these things? Can someone please run for local office with that policy? I have a couple policies that I would like to see implemented. One, let's put more clothes on when we're in public locker rooms and demand that people have. Okay, maybe like you have to be, at maximum, you have to be naked in a locker room for 5 seconds. There's no reason to be naked in a locker room for more than 5 seconds. We're all just animals here, I guess. In the military, they conditioned me to minimize stuff like that. Yeah. Equinox? Oh, Equinox might not. Equinox has probably got a good dress code. Sorry, Moose. I'm ranting about old people at the gym. Welcome in. Clearly, I'm pretty passionate about this issue. What did you hit today? Today was leg day. Today was leg day, and I finished so tired. Well, actually, I'm going to check the PCB really quick. There was an old dude that used to do this all the time at a local high school pool that was open to the public during. That's what the house. Someone's got to stop these people, man. Or old people who wear man leggings and nothing to cover up their balls. Dude, I'm seeing more than balls at the YMCA. It's gross. In Finland, people are okay with nudity. I hope it doesn't go to the gym. If you want to have like some nude saunas or whatever, fine. But like clearly market and let people know ahead of time that it's a nude space. Let's ship Tyler Keyboard to Finland. Actually, please do. I would love to go to Finland. I want to go to Helsinki so bad. I have a friend that lives out there, like a childhood friend that lives in Helsinki. I gotta go get my tweezers. Most disgusting things I see is people sitting on the gym floor, no mat, and walking around with just socks. That's another thing. Maybe I should just let this go. Maybe I should just let this go. I don't like socks at the gym either. I don't like socks up on the workout equipment. Walked into my gym last week, went to the sauna, and it looked like a room full of artisan keycaps shaped like nuts? What? A room full of artisan keycaps shaped like nuts? What? What does that mean? That's just disco, baby. Everyone's balls were out in the sauna. Really? I'm so sorry. Oops, our YouTube video ended. Do I have to... I feel like Via's being weird because of... Bluetooth board, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, I need the MCU. All right, just for testing, I'm gonna leave it there. Just gonna make sure all the spots work. Or the people that let their dogs out reclined on the movie theater chairs. That is insane, Flyback. That is straight to jail for that one. Dogs out on the movie theater chairs? I'm never going to the movie theater again. Why did this light just turn on? It's insane. That is insane. Cover up those crusties. Oh. I'm so sorry you had to see that at the movie theater. Alrighty. PCB's good. We love that. We love that. Now I gotta go get my other tweezers. Some JST connectors are like this, where the cable goes really far in. It's hard to get it out. Calling them crusties was nasty. Tyler, you are apparently not the only one. A lot of people complain about it online. It never happened to me since I don't deal with that shit. You mean like in the gym? Yeah, I thought it was pretty universal, honestly. All right, I'll be right back again. I fuck with my sauna. I like saunas too, but I have never been in a sauna at my YMCA, and I don't plan on doing it. Unless I see that nobody is in there, I will never go in. We'll clean up the fingerprints on this PCB too. It's so hard with the black PCBs. Could you guys hear that right now? Did you hear that pop in the background? In the wintertime, my whole apartment building makes those noises. Just randomly during the winter, it'll sound like a gunshot. And sometimes I can feel it. It's really weird, but our building has done that since we moved in. That's the glass shrinking? Are you being serious, Ray? When things get too cold, they seize their size. So it's our windows? It's only during the winter. And we usually forget about it. We've been in the same apartment for like 3 years now. And we forget about it every single winter. And the first time it happens, it'll scare the shit out of us because it just sounds like a gunshot randomly. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if Ray, you're being real with me or if you're trolling. The windows would kind of make sense though. You're not trolling? All right. So I still don't really get it. Like they shrink the window? It gets cold and shrinks? What makes the pop noise then? Glass is malleable until shattered, so it's allowed to move shape and stuff. Huh. I see. I've just never had that happen before in any other apartment or... On a microscopic level, they shrink, but I'm assuming it's a combo of whatever is holding it in place, pressure, and the glass shrinking. Ray, you've just unlocked this mystery. I've been wondering what it was for so long. Wild. Okay, thank you. How did you know that also? No more scaries? I can finally sleep again. This was the other build I was going to do in my Daji, so I'm pretty excited for the sound test. So do you know what durometer tadpoles you're going to use? I don't. Are they color coordinated? If so, I can say the color. There's only one set. We've got the light blue ones, kind of teal. Happened to my house in Arizona during winter too, specifically our sunroof. Oh, sweet. All right, I'm trying to think if I want to wipe down fingerprints now. I think we might as well solder first, and then I'll clean everything. All right, just gonna triple check our layout conversation, Kyle. We wanted the full backspace. We wanted enter, split right shift, 7U bar, and full left shift. All right, we're looking good. We don't need a cable anymore. So we are Bluetooth based. Yeah, they are color coordinated. Okay, so we can look up those tadpoles. Nice ergo color and keycap pairing. Thank you. It is a new color. This is not on my playlist, but this song is the jam. I'm gonna get my plate for it. I thought they were like ADA or something. They're on G on site too. Yeah, we'll look. What headphones are you rocking these days? Just dip my toes into the audiophile scene, hopefully for good. So I have the CD900s on right now. That's what I'm using for headphones. And then I have a few different IEMs that I kind of switch between. I have some Sennheiser ones. I have, damn, why won't the switch go in this plate? And we're gonna come back to that one, I guess. Oh my God. Yeah, Daji says they shipped with ADA. Okay. Perfect. Dude, the plate tolerance with these MX Blacks is so tight though. Switch might not be all the way pushed back together. All right, let's check. Okay, I did find one example of that, Kyle. Oh, okay. I'll double check them now. 62 gram spring take. Here are our stats. Whoa! Here are our stats. Lubed, filmed, spring swapped. No, don't worry about it, Kyle. That's on me. I should have noticed. TX films? Which films did you use, Kyle? Yeah, it could have been worse. 62 is the only acceptable spring weight I'd use for blacks these days. Okay, Ray, I see you. I'm gonna make a video about my preferred springs. Stay tuned. Man, still some of these don't want to go in though. Ryan, your springs are so light, man. My only thing with springs that are really, really light is that I don't think they sound as good. Something like 55 to 60 gram springs really hit the mark for me in both the sound and feel. But again, I got a quick little video coming soon. I'll tell you all about my preferences. Just an average gym goer, yeah. My fingers aren't strong enough. I use TX.5 on these. Yeah, that should be good. It's recommended. Like the top out sound? I think so. I think so, William. I think that's what it is. I just don't. If they're too light, I don't like them. I'll just tell you what springs it is. From now on, I am only in my personal boards. If I'm using linears, they're gonna be the full 22 millimeter Geon springs. I think they sound and feel so much better than like a medium TX spring. I go to the gym consistently, but still prefer 45. I bought some MX Silvers last week, triple stage. They're low-key scared, never had stage springs. I like stage springs too. I've also tried the Geon 22 triple stage. I like those. I don't buy the triple stage anymore though. I just don't think it's that big of a difference. .22 is the move. It honestly, especially if you're using lighter spring weights. One of my bigger complaints about lighter springs too is that rebound just gets really slow and kind of feels like unstable on the way up. But long springs make lighter weights more usable, in my opinion. 55 gram 22 Geon springs were my favorite for a while, but they're just so damn loud for my taste personally. That's fair. They do make it louder, but that's the exact spring that I like. That's the exact spring that I'm using in my personal builds now. The Milky Yellows in this board have 55 gram Geon springs. Longer springs and heavier weights don't get slowed down at the top out as easily with lube too. Sure. I still have to lube some Nixies. Might try Geon springs out. I love them. I love them. I've always used TX long, 55 or 57. It'll be noticeably different, that's for sure. I used to use longs, and then I thought maybe I was a medium guy, so I went down to mediums, and then I was like, what am I doing? I don't like how any of my boards feel anymore. And then I went extra long. I'm never looking back. Unikeys has 24 millimeter TTC strings that are really, really good. I think it's funny when you're modding switches with the 22 millimeter springs and you've got your lube station laid out. Those springs are so long sitting outside of the bottom of the switch. It just looks kind of goofy. You really got to push them down when you put the housing on. Have you tried sprit springs before? Yeah, I used to use sprit springs. Like when I first started in the hobby, sprit springs were like the springs. But yeah, I don't think they make anything close to 22 millimeter springs. I also just, I don't know. I feel like I've found my spring now. I don't know how much more experimentation I'm gonna do, personally. I want to send you a 1.2 kilogram spring for memes. Send it, Ori. $1.2 kilogram? Kyle, how did you enjoy the experience of lubing? I feel like it's pretty polarizing within the hobby. Some people love lubing their switches and they find it kind of like serene or zen is probably a better word, not serene. But some people really don't like lubing switches. All right, now let's find a good space bar. I like that one. Ooh. I like it, but I also kept thinking about technique. That's fair. Yeah, the first batch, you're probably a little extra locked in. Actually, I was not. The first batch of... These feel great, Kyle. Are these the first batch of switches you've ever looped? My first ever batch of switches that I lubed was atrocious. Like, unusable how much lube I put on those switches. First ever done, dude, they feel great. Have you always cherry picked your space bar? I usually, I mean, I'm not looking through like the whole batch of them, but I'll find one that I think sounds pretty solid. Spend a little bit of time. I mean, I've gotten like 4 times now buying lubed filmed spring swap blacks browns for $45 for 90. I do think there's something to knowing that you worked on your switches. That's kind of cool. But after your first board, yeah, I don't feel like I need all of my boards to have switches that were hand lubed by myself. I'll buy some switches, you know. But everyone should lube. If you're in the hobby, you should lube at least one batch of your own switches. All right, let's go in. So on the, point this out really quick. So on the matrix boards that I've built, where you put in the MCU, sometimes you have to either put tape over or trim, like with a nail clipper or with whatever, but just cut back the pins on the back of this switch so that they don't touch the MCU and short it. We'll see when I put it in. I wouldn't be surprised if Juan thought about that when he was designing this board. So it might not need that, but if it does, we'll trim after we solder. Very light 205 on the stem, a little on the spring. Nothing in the housing. Wanted a little scratch. Yeah, they feel very similar to how I would lube an MX Black. Did you use 205 for the spring, or did you bag lube the springs? All right, what are we doing? Loa, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Oh, a couple things. So I got really into reevaluating my soldering setup today. There's some things I'm gonna switch up in the near future. Gotta set this away. Is that the 10Z mouse? No, this is just an older Final mouse. A friend of mine manipulated me into buying it. But don't tell him I said that. Hand lube the springs? Nice. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I mean, you just took a little bit more time with it, but there's nothing wrong at all with hand lubing. Is it the 10Z mouse? Sorry, I don't know this mouse at all, which is kind of crazy. I thought this was called the, I have the box for it. Nah, I think you're right, actually. I think it is the Tensy mouse. If anyone wants to trade for a white mouse or like a black mouse, I would be down. I hate Final Mouse quality of service. I know. I hear that so much that like these mice don't have the best quality control. It makes me feel worse about the fact that mine has never given me any problems. I've had 0 problems with this mouse. So maybe I got lucky, But I never promote I never like tell people to go buy this mouse because they have so many problems, I know. But mine just worked out for me. Okay, I forgot I cleaned out my iron cleaner, so I gotta go get that quick. Sorry, I'll be right back again. Smells like chicken tenders out there. I don't know what it is about cooked, but I'm excited. They unfortunately do, especially with the first batches and such. I almost got a final mouse, but convinced myself not to. I have a white HP wired mouse that my company gave me with my work from home package. You have to add cash on top though. All right, fair. Okay, I said I was doing some shake up of my soldering system. Here's what I'm shaking up. I was gonna buy another iron. I don't think I'm gonna buy another iron. I found out that I am about 10 firmware updates behind on the TS101. And so I updated it, and now it's able to go up to something insane like 90 watts of power. So I'm just gonna, I got a new cable. I'm gonna run it all the way up at 90 watts and see if that helps with some of the heat issues I've been experiencing. What else am I changing? I have a different tip on there right now. I was just gonna try out a different tip. But then also, I was going to do, so this is the solder I've always used. I've always used Kester 0.8 millimeter, no clean, 1.1% flux. The 1.1% flux is really nice for like not having to clean up a bunch of flux after I solder. And also the no clean is supposed to be, I think it's less corrosive. I'm not a soldering expert by any means. I just know enough to build a keyboard. But this solder's really never done wrong by me. It is, however, leaded solder. I've done a decent amount of research now, like on some do your own research shit, into like, well, is leaded solder bad? Actually, leaded solder is banned, I guess, in the EU from like larger companies or something like that, due to the environmental impacts of leaded solder. From what I have found, it's not like a really big risk to your own health if you use leaded solder, as long as I'm not like eating this spool of solder. And as long as I'm washing my hands after I use it, and as long as I'm cleaning my desk after I use it, well, you're gonna hear in a second, Logo, like for most people using leaded solder is probably fine. Yeah, like I said, just like wash your hands after you use the leaded solder, clean your desk after you use it, use a fan. The fan is actually mostly for the fumes that, when you are soldering and you're using the wire and smoke comes up, that smoke isn't like lead coming up into the air. Lead burns at a way higher temperature than we're soldering at. But what's coming up into the air is fumes from the flux. And so that's what you want to catch in your fan. But The reason that I am thinking of trying lead-free solder is because, and I think it's worth anyone in the hobby thinking about, I'm soldering at my desk. I'm not like soldering in my garage or at like a separate work place or something like that. And I can take care of myself. Like I can wash my hands when I'm done. I can clean up my area as best I can. But what if I like miss a little spot and there's a little bit of lead somewhere on my desk? And like this is my desk in the middle of my my apartment here, and like my cats jump up here all the time. So I'm just kind of worried now about maybe it's not valid, but I kind of am a little bit worried about just introducing trace amounts of lead into my room. And I don't want my cats to like jump up here and lick their paws, you know. So I'm going to try out lead-free solder. I've heard that the Kester lead-free solder, I've heard it's good. Like better than other lead-free solder. Kester makes good stuff. I'm just going to try it out. If it absolutely sucks, and I see you mentioning too, Meme God, that desoldering it sucks, so I'll have to try that for sure as well. But ideally, I think there's not lead in my life. I think that just seems ideal to use as little lead as possible. But I don't know. We'll see. If it sucks, I mean, I obviously have a ton of leaded solder here still, so I'm gonna use it up. But I just wanted to try out unleaded too. I know many other EU people who do. I don't think it's like banned from hobbyists. Like you can go on eBay and you probably find it at small stores too, Logo. I think that's fine. I think what the EU banned is larger companies from using leaded solder for environmental reasons, because it may not be an issue for you specifically, like while you're soldering, you're not going to ingest lead. Just wash your hands and whatever. But what happens when you throw away electronic parts into landfills, you know, like years and years later, you're introducing lead into the environment. I thought what you're saying now is common knowledge. Just an FYI, unleaded solder fumes are pretty toxic when you desolder. Logo, I think that's also a misconception, is that it's worse. Sometimes they can be more fumey, but the fumes are still the same fumes as regular leaded solder. It's the flux that's coming up. So definitely always use a fan with both kinds of solder. But yeah, I don't think it's any worse. I'm pretty sure it's the same. And I'm not a soldering expert. That's like my very small amount of research. If you're using leaded solder now, it's really not an issue. Just, you know, just be careful. You'll be fine. I'm not sure about this tip that I'm using though. We have strict lead rules for lead and electronic recycling where I live. I believe that. I'm just gonna try it, that's all. I'm curious though, Meme God, if you're still here. What kind of unleaded solder did you use when you were desoldering? Was it Kester by chance? I haven't personally used unleaded, but I keep hearing the same things with multiple people. I guess I will be another guinea pig then. It's really just the pets thing that worries me. Like, my cats are up on my desk all the time. And I try my best to clean. But what if I miss something? Even Alex Otis, on multiple occasions, has expressed his hatred for unleaded as it keeps clogging his gun. I'm conflicted for sure. I think it's just, you gotta figure out your priorities, maybe. The only issue is the Kester spools of solder are so expensive. I'm a noob and an apprentice in soldering, but when I tried unleaded solder caster, it was way harder for me than the leaded one. My soldering iron is also TS 101, by the way. Yeah, I assume it's going to be more difficult for sure. And there's definitely a reason, right, that people like their leaded solder. It is probably easier to work with, but again, like, I don't know. What is the value of peace of mind? Another one I'm using is Kester. Yeah, that's exactly what I use, Conan. I use the no clean version. Because I like the really pretty joints, even if I have to move a little bit slower. You see your point, Tyler? I need to learn solder, but my dog grabs anything he sees and eats it. It's just like, I wish the lead-free solder was just a perfect alternative. I understand it's not. There's just pros and cons. Like, you got to figure out what works for your mind. If I had a studio or something where I went and built keyboards and I knew there was no lead at all being introduced. Sorry, this song is kind of freaking me out. If I built my keyboards in a different place, outside of my home, I don't think I'd have any fear of leaded solder. But now it's like after I stream, I keep my office door closed while I go out after I stream and just do whatever I do, and I keep the door closed so my cats can't get in until I have a chance to come in and deep clean my desk. It's almost certainly a little irrational and overboard. Hello, Alex D. EPP. Oh. Wait, why didn't I get an alert? Why was there no audio? Mr. Alex, thank you for the subs. Was there even there was no alert. What's wrong with Stream Elements? EPP is building my piss HHKBS. HHKBs. Multiple HHKBs. But I wanted to say hello. Thank you, Alex. I hope you're doing good. How cold is it up there by you? If you're still here. If you gifted and ran, that's fine too. It's good to hear from you. I didn't know Evan was streaming as well. We've got one bent pin here. Yeah, Alex is just goated like that. I can knock on Evan's stream and ask to collaborate. What does that mean? These Otis Engineering PCBs are so good. They're really so good. Why does it say I earned a hype chest? What is a hype chest? Just went on a crazy, for me, COD kill streak, 16 kills without dying. Ooh. What game mode? What's your mode, cousin? I think at this point, all my friends and I play in Black Ops anymore is prop hunt. Every once in a while, we'll go prop hunt. Team Deathmatch, I see. Alfalfa, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? don't know where we're walking either. Somewhere in Japan, I'm sure. Walking in Japan. Tyler, you play COD on PC or on console? I play on PS5. I always missed your stream. Oh, I'm glad you're here now. What are we watching? We're walking. We're just walking. No agenda. Can't believe we made it all the way through my Rocket League playlist. Actually, never mind, that makes sense. My Rocket League playlist is not very long because we're not usually in the tournament for very long, so it doesn't need to be that long. Soldering is done. I am going to go clean down the board and wash my hands. I'll be right back. Thanks for waiting. I wonder if Severance will come out on Thursdays now. Because I think it was originally going to be Fridays. Now it's... They released it last week on Thursday. So I don't know if they're just going to do that now or... I don't know what changed. Start with putting in the MCU here. Got a special screw. Oh, I have to show this off too. I want a giveaway on Instagram for this keycap puller. Look at how cool this is. I love it so much. Give me. I think they're gonna do a full production run of them. I think they were giving away like a prototype. I told them I'd take some nice pictures. They can use it for their marketing or whatever. You're the one who took this from my hands? Yes, it was me. Dude, I never win anything, but there are 2 giveaways. All right, this is kind of interesting, okay? And I'm not telling this story because I'm mad about it in any way. I really don't care at all. I just think it's funny. There's 2 giveaways that I have won in my life. One was this keycap puller, and the other one was in a Tejas stream. And I won... what's the name of the board? I won the Omni type board. The Bauer Light. I won a Bauer Light in a Tejas stream. This was maybe last year, I think. And I sent Teja a DM because I won the board and he never replied. So I never got the board. Which is fine. I think I probably would have just given the board away again, or we would have built it and then gave it away or something. But I never got the board. I've also never told Teja. Like, I've had conversations with him since then, and I just have never brought it up. But kind of crazy. That's like the only thing I've ever won. It was a little sad. I remember at the time too, like I was kind of fiending for some keyboard content. So I was like, oh man, this would be great. I'll build it and then we can give it away or whatever. And I'll have some stream content. Nope. All right, let's take a look. Okay, the pins are not even close. So I'm guessing Juan designed the board understanding that that was an issue on other boards. The only thing is if it bends a little bit when typing, but it's really not even close. I don't think we have to trim these pins. I think it's fine. I've only ever won things from smaller giveaways. Makes sense. Your odds are a lot better. Alrighty. Kind of the same happened to me 2 years ago. I won a keyboard in a giveaway, gave my shipping details to the streamer. They replied, but they never sent anything. That's tough. I'll admit I'm guilty of when I do giveaways, sometimes it takes me a minute to get stuff out the door, but I always do. Okay. Board building time. Let's do... Gotta get my little desk mat. Shipping stuff is expensive, especially like this last couple giveaways that I did. It's been international folks that have won, and yeah, it certainly is expensive, and sometimes the addresses are difficult to figure out. Okay. I'm just gonna undo everything, I think. I'm gonna get the top case off and the bottom case, and then we'll just build it up. God, this color looks so good on the stream and in person. I think the light is just hitting it really nice in the stream. I thought the screws were magnetic. Okay. Is that full alu or full copper? Goated color, to be honest. The board is alu, anodized aluminum, and then there's a stainless steel weight on the bottom here. It does look kind of coppery though. I see what you're saying. I see how one could think that. Beautiful. Man, dude, I know I've said it so many times, I can't stop saying it, but this color is just so nice. Okay. So now we're gonna undo these underscrews. For some reason I thought this board didn't have a weight. Just full alu, that'd be crazy. Or full copper, I mean. Oh, whoops, I guess I gotta keep track of these. This screw was a different length. That's interesting. Okay, they went in that order. Juan has a little tip for connecting the JST as well. He says to match the JST hole in the board with the connector. Okay, I think I know what you mean. we'll see as we get closer. Oh, I also love, okay, I love this touch on the Daji board. I love the badge cutout is also where the JST connector goes. I don't want to pick this up. I'm not going to touch the stainless steel directly. But we'll take this off and then show you. Okay, so the two middle ones hold in the badge. Wait, isn't that weird then that... Why are these screws different lengths? These two screws were different lengths. Which doesn't really make sense to me. But I guess so. What's up, Yee? Manu screws, I'm guessing? What do you mean, meme? The denim blue is so nice too. It's almost a color shift in certain light. Ori, I'm jealous. I might have to get my own Seis Cero somehow. Okay. So is this just free and loose, right? Yes. Okay. So I can just push that up. Yeah, so this is the badge. We've seen the badge already. Oh my gosh. This camera doesn't like focusing. We're gonna put the daughter board in here. I'm also seeing only 3 screws for the daughter board. Is that normal? The resin badges are so hard to get. Oh, I do think I've seen those before. Only 3 daughter board screws. I just want to make sure there's no extras or anything like that. I don't think so. And they hardly make wob ones, so I'm struggling to complete my Daji. Yeah, this badge system really makes for being able to do some cool special limited release badges and such. Similar to nerd boards like the Kaze. Ryan also has a really good badge system. Okay. So far I have wob, GMK relationables, wob icon mods, wob extension, trying to get wob artisans, and white or black resin badge. Dude, I hope you can complete it. It sounds sick. Okay. I also guess I didn't really need to take the stainless steel part off. It's cool to show you, I guess. If you had a battery, I think this is where your battery would go. It must be. Yeah, this is where the battery would go. Oh, why are there balloons? What the? And then you would put the cable up through the far right slot. But we don't have a battery, so we're not going to do that. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I'm just going to put the stainless steel back on, and then we will put on the badge. I might have to flip it. I'm going to flip it. What's up, Shonies? Tyler, will you be building an S100 on stream? What's the S100? How you doing, handsome? How you doing? Who cares about how I'm doing? I want to know how you're doing. I gotta go check out your denim blue one now, Ori. Because now I'm curious. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it and do one of these screws. And we should be good. I could just lay down right now and take a 49-hour nap. I feel that. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Should be Friday. Okay, we got the stainless steel part back. What caps you're going to use? So Kyle sent over Hineybeige, which I think is just going to look great. So we're just going to use that straight up for pictures and everything. Yeah, I thought it was perfect too. I don't think I have any other keycap set that would really go with this. Anyways, like what keycap set would go with this other than just beige or something neutral? Oh yeah, Kyle, if you're cool with it. If you're cool with it and giving me like a day or two, I'll do photos, typing test, do the whole thing. Only if you're cool with it though. Oh, weird. So this screw doesn't really reach. The longer screw does. Now I bet this will work. What the heck? Why does this not reach now? Maybe I just put the screws out of order. And this longer screw is supposed to go here. They're all exactly... Yeah, I guess that one fits. I'm just going to do that. And as long as this one screws in, which it does, we're good. Maybe I just took them out and set them in a wrong order. I probably did. Take all the time you want. It won't be long. Just a couple days and I'll be able to get a video and a lot of nice pictures. How heavy is the Daji? You know what? I'm just gonna search it up. Search it up. I don't have a good scale, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would weigh it for you. Also, Juan and Ryan use GMK Coral. Oh, that makes sense. I did DM you one pic Alex Odo posted of it in his blog on Insta. Oh, did he build your Daji? Okay, tadpole time. Just kind of twist them in there. Twist and push. No, I built it, but I took it to Toronto for a Michigan Toronto meetup. A Michigan/Toronto meetup? Wait, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Toronto is above you. That's weird. Sorry, I am geographically challenged, I guess. Especially when it comes to the East. I just don't know the East very well. Especially when you get up there in the, my map knowledge is so atrocious when you get up there in like the Vermonts and the New Hampshires and the Rhode Islands. The US West, I know really well. The Middle East, I got it down. South, sure. Something about the East is just tough. I can do Maine. I can do Maine. I can do Maine. I can do New York. I can do... Sheesh. I actually probably can do Rhode Island. Connecticut? Maybe not. Maybe I put Rubber Hose? Ooh, that could be good. I could see that. All right, baby, tadpoles are in. Am I forgetting anything silly here? There's no battery. MCU is in, it's screwed down. Tadpoles are in. I think we're just solid. I think we're good to go. Oh man, it's almost time. Are you guys excited? So what are these screws for? Can you top mount as well? What are these for? What other, huh? Maybe they're just extra case screws, I guess, in black. Or I'm completely forgetting a step. Make sure everything looks nice. It does. I have that same bag of screws. I did nothing with them. It must just be extra extra case screws, but kind of weird they're a different color, right? I am pushing down the top case as much as I can while I screw. Gonna go all the way over here. So Tyler, what keyboards have caught your interest? We talked about this a little bit earlier, Shonies. What keyboards have caught my interest? There's a ton that I'm just getting to check out in the near future. Just like homey boards and other smaller run boards that I'm super excited to build. One is Flybex. We're going to build a Zaku, which is awesome. I'm super excited about that. I think we're still going to get to check out Frank's board as well, the ASCII F. That's super cool. As far as mysterious boards that I'm interested in, and I kind of teased this earlier, but I'm going to make a video pretty soon. Well, I guess I should say I'm going to release a video pretty soon about some particular keyboard projects that I'm excited about in 2025. One board that is still at this point very mysterious, but I am looking forward to hearing more about it, is the Stinga 60 from Stinga KBD. Hello, Faye. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I would recommend putting a keycap on both shifts before you crank the screws down. I kind of had to straighten out my PCB plate so the keycap holder wouldn't rub on the side when taking caps off. Not as bad as gasket mount though, or I guess left shift and enter. I would recommend putting a keycap on both shifts. Kind of straighten out. Oh, just to see if it's uneven. Very visually pleasing. Thank you. Hey, there's Frank. Please check DM tonight before you go to sleep. I'll be checking. Personally, I might leave the hobby for a while at the end of this year. Oh, I'm sorry, Logo. I think it's understandable, you know, to need to take a break every once in a while, though. I get that. I don't blame you. I hear what you're saying, Ori. It looks like I'm just looking at the plate to see the spacing from the sides of the case, and it's looking pretty even. But if I see something when putting the keycaps on, we'll untighten and rescrew down. Okay, I haven't been playing because... Oh, when you carrying me on Overwatch. Only a few projects I'm interested in. Most are support the homies, and keyboards aren't as exciting to me anymore. Hey, that's fine. We got a brand spanking new set of Hineybeige. Come on. I saw a little tear, so I'm trying to just go for that. Nice. Hineybeige is good. I might as well just buy another set. Right now, between my personal sets and the client sets that I'm storing, I have there are 4 sets of Hineybeige in this room right now. Hello, Jimmy. Thanks for the follow. Westish, you been watching NBA? What you been doing? Are you a football guy, actually? How are you? Do you generally buy your caps from vendors or AM? AM. Oh, aftermarket. Typically vendors. Typically vendors. You're a sports guy? Yeah. This guy knows ball. Okay, good spacing on that one, Ori. Good spacing on the tab. I think I'm gonna go for it. Okay, not gonna lie, when keycaps are in trays, we can do this part so much faster. First when I have them in my box. Thanks for the sub, Westish. I really hope you've been well. I love the recent haircut. Yes, I've been rocking it much shorter lately than I used to. It's just way less work. Short hair is the move. Okay. Kyle, big moment here. Are you a mod pipe or an alpha pipe person? Big decision. You were a Vikings fan, right? Sorry for the loss. Mods, ban this guy. Came together super nice. I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna move the board up here. You guys have seen Hineybeige enough, haven't you? Alpha pipe. Okay. I think a lot of people are gonna respect your choice there, even though it's not my preference. There you go. And this board looks nice with Hiney for sure. Will GMK copper look good on this keyboard? Interesting thought. I feel like it could, actually. I definitely feel like it could. I gotta drink more water. I have not been drinking water. Okay, also, are you a scoop guy? Or are you a bars guy? What do you want for your F and your J? There is gonna be a wrong answer on this one though, just so you know. Okay, bars, good, good, pass. You pass. For 60s, I'm indifferent, just depends on the mood I'm in. For the F and the J or for the pipe? On 60s, I'm mod pipe. It depends on the board for me though. 40% mod pipe. 65%, or sorry, did I skip any layouts there? 60% mod pipe. 65 alpha pipe. 75 alpha pipe. TKL alpha pipe. No, just the color of the pipe, right? What are you? Or no preference? Vinny. Vinny, what's good? I'll tolerate bars, but nipples are criminal. Nipples are crazy. You wouldn't catch me dead with nipples. Love your setup photos on your Institute. Thank you, Vinny. I'm in the process of trying to get to a place where I'm really happy with my desk setup. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but it's getting close, and I'm excited about that. Thanks for saying that, though. Same color as the mods, but it's not a big deal breaker for me. Also, I saw that you got your Herman Miller. Oh, the chair? Yes. It did come. It took a long time when you were ordering them from Herman Miller. And you know what really sucks? I kind of wish I went with a different chair now. But I don't think I'm gonna do anything about that. Whoop. I always had a second vertical monitor, but going to one monitor, love the look. And see if I can focus better too. Yeah, the one monitor is... So before this monitor, before the studio display, I was rocking just the C2 setup. It wasn't an LG C2, it was a Sony monitor, but it was the same panel. And I was rocking that for a while. But it was just so big. And though I was fine with the size of the 42-inch screen for actually using it, I did not think it looked good aesthetically. So I've been happy to have a smaller monitor now. Okay, and then the piece de resistance. Did I say that in a non-offensive way? This artisan cap. Westish, this isn't even my camera tonight. We're borrowing one. Cha-cha. Scoot that out of the way. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. That's a keyboard right there. Don't they have a return policy? I think they do, but it's been at least a month now that I've had this chair, so. I also have a Herman Miller Aeron. It's not as comfortable as everyone says it is. I think it's really comfortable. I think the thing about the Aeron is you have to sit with perfect posture. It like forces you to sit with perfect posture. Crispy? Yeah, dude, this is so nice looking. Okay, let's hear how it sounds. And then we can look at it some more and I'll stare at it. I think we're beyond 30 days, but thank you, Ochreface. Hello, by the way. Good to see you. Let me get something open I can type in. And then we'll do some typing. I almost don't want to... So the only cable I have plugged in right now, because I've been using the Neo in Bluetooth mode, is this red cable. I don't think this is going to look very good. It's not going to look good. So we're just going to do... no, I'll use it. I want to actually type. Even if it's not my favorite look. It is a silicone cable, yeah. Okay, music off. And let's lock in here. Ka-chink. Ka-chow. It is Ordinary Labs, that's right. Thank you, Vinny, for the build command. Just in case you can't read or are not able to read at this particular moment, this is the Seis Cero, built with Cherry MX Blacks. It's got an aluminum plate and TX AP stabs. We haven't tuned up any stabs yet, so I didn't hear anything ticking earlier. I think we're good, actually. I think we're good. All right. Here we go. Well, that is about as classic as a 60% can sound right there. I think I like the spacebar better without the desk pad. It's just like this big booming, thunking spacebar. Actually, what do you guys think about this spacebar? Like with and without the desk pad. It's pretty deep sounding. I didn't know that about this board. It's a deep sounding spacebar. I don't know if I would have guessed that either. It's different than any other spacebar. Unicorn is kind of like a loud pop, but this is kind of like a nice deeper thunk. Yeah. Like for a second I was like, did I build it right? It's just different than anything I've experienced before. And I think I would have to get used to that. I love it though. I'm already coming around to it. Lynx asks, how does this typing angle feel? I don't think I've tried anything more than 7.5. So what is the, remind me what the unicorn is again. What's the angle on the unicorn? Unicorn is 8. I definitely notice I notice it. I don't think it's so steep that it would be super fatiguing, but I kind of like a flatter board. Nice coral anodized. Yeah. I love this color. Am I able to message you about camera questions later? Sure, Westish. Or no pressure, but you can ask him in the Discord too. But yeah, I got you. What mount is this board again? This is tadpole mount. Not showing it off well here. ADA tadpole. I couldn't stand how low the derivative sat, so I placed it with higher feet. There's definitely a sweet spot, right? Like you don't want completely flat and you don't want way too tall. I think 7.5, 8, 9, it's all kind of doable for me, to be honest. How matching is GMK Coral with this anodized? Other folks were saying that people have paired the two before. I wish I had Coral to show you, but I don't. I can rest my hands on the desk and type. Oh, that is kind of nice. I feel like a higher front height can better be tolerated with a higher angle. 5 degrees and 18 millimeter can be really weird, but 8 degree with 18 millimeter feels very normal. I might need two boards side to side to like picture that. Not picture that, to actually experience that. Dang. Okay, one more time, just for fun here. Ooh. That's nice. Kyle, you did a great job on these switches. You're gonna love the way you look. This is a beautiful board. So after building it, does it make you want to size more or less? I mean, it's more, but only if I can find one for retail, you know. Personally, I think I like it with the desk mat. I'll never not have a cherry switches board. So nice. This board kind of has a deeper sound to it. You don't really get much from 60. That's how I'm feeling, Vinny. I'm not too well versed in the sound profiles of the Seis Cero, but this thing is deeper than I thought it was going to be. But I dig it. I think they would actually blah blah blah. Sorry. What are we at? 3 hours in the stream? Yeah, this is when I stop being able to talk. I think there actually might be a case for having both a unicorn. Oh my god, side profile is actually crazy. I think between this and the unicorn, there's enough of a difference to justify having them both because they sound way different. That's a good side profile too. Focus camera, please. Why don't you love me? Having boards that sound super different, but both super good is great. Yeah. Especially if I'm going to have multiple boards in the same layout. If I'm going to have multiple 60% boards, they got to be different somehow, right? What haven't I shown you yet? You want to see the front? There's the front. Underrated. No one ever shows the front of the keyboard, you know? There it is. Artisan looks really good up there too. Man, drop test on a client board? Mods, you gotta ban this guy now too. That's crazy. 2 bans in one night. What was I was thinking it'd be kind of funny to do like after we build a board. Does anyone remember the addicting game or flash game? I don't know what exactly it was, but it was just a sprinter. Like you're doing like an Olympic sprint, and I think you actually do the arrow keys, just 2 arrow keys as fast as you can. But imagine it was like a JK, and we could do that. Play that game. Mod keys deep also? Yeah. Ooh. Quap is the name of the game? Oh. I would say yes, Boy Abundance. It's pretty deep. All of the keys are pretty deep. Yeah, I'm thinking of like you were a sprinter and you like sprint around. I think you had to do it multiple times. The Flash games I remember the most are that sprinting game. I remember the Stickman badminton game. I remember Raft Wars. A couple other good ones in there too that I can't think of at the moment, but that's about it for the stream, y'all. Is there anything else you want to see with the Seis Cero? Thank you again, Kyle, for letting me build this, man. This is an awesome board. I hope you love it. It's great. I am going to go eat dinner. I am so hungry. Lick test? Now Ryan's banned too. 3 bans. Guys, we're going to have no more community in here. We're going to keep banning people. It's crazy. How about I tell you what's coming up next? So we got a couple more boards to build. We're going to be checking out more Neo boards in the near future, which is cool. A couple of their copper boards, which is cool. We've got more client boards to build. I still have a ton of things I can do, guys. I'm enjoying being able to stream as much as we have been, so I'm going to keep doing it while I can. Oh my god, the Mac loves doing these little bubble things. I will most likely see you again. Let's see here. Probably not until Sunday. We're going to make Sunday streams a regular thing again. We used to do that a lot. Sunday, like afternoonish time, we'll consistently be streaming here on out. Potentially Friday night for something else, but good, thanks. I'm glad. I've been enjoying them too, so. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. You got 2 more days until the weekend, so hopefully get through it. Ooh, and the 722 PCB comes next Thursday. Let's go. We'll have that build coming up soon too. We got to get our video though. Lobo the wolf. Okay, bye. See you next time. Bye. Goodbye.